Is it going?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be working now.
All
Let's see.
right.
How's that?
That's the far end.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's not going to my page though.
So you could share it.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, we're live.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Well, thank you for bearing with us, ladies and gentlemen. As we were just saying, we are normally confined to our roles as artists and musicians, but thanks to the current world, we have all had to become very amateur stagehands and technicians and IT guys. And we're broadcasting to you from Emmet Cohen's apartment here in Harlem, and he has done a pretty magnificent job of converting his living room into a broadcasting studio. You can hear him and his trio here every Monday night putting on fabulous concerts. We've got microphones left and right. We've got tripods. We've got all the phones and cameras hooked up. So, you know, it's a little bit of a guessing game sometimes when, you know, you hit the live button, you see the big red blinking light, and then you're wondering what the heck's going on. So thank you for bearing with us, everybody. We are hopefully smooth sailing from here on out. And as I was saying, we are old musical friends, and we are going to just play some old beautiful songs for everyone. And thank you so much for joining us here at Dizzy's Club. We're just a few blocks north of actual Dizzy's Club, but we're going to try and make it feel like the House of Swing this evening.
All right, I'm ready. Door closed?
Thank you very much. Ladies from around the world, I thought I would center everybody, let you know that we are indeed here in Harlem, just around the corner from Sugar Hill, coming from Emmet Cohen's place. And so you actually do take the A train to get to Emmet's house.
Right?
You know, it's right around the corner. So we thought we would start things off. The great Duke Ellington, Billy Strayhorn, another Pittsburgher. That's where I'm from, folks. I grew up in Pittsburgh, PA. So we thought we'd start you off there before we head around the world. And while we're in Pittsburgh, we're going to continue with a composition from my new album. Actually, one of the last gigs that I played pre-corona was at Dizzy's Club at the end of January. I had a new album come out. And I did pay homage to a little bit of Pittsburgh on that album. The great Fred Rogers, one of our fine Pittsburghers. And so we did a recording of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, the theme song that we did on the album with Christian McBride. And we are going to do that for you now because you can't tell he's got the new blinds down here at Emmett's place, but it is a beautiful day in our Harlem neighborhood today. And so we are going to give you a little taste of the new album.
Trying to get on my page, but you know.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, beautiful day for a neighbor. Oh, would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Oh, would you be mine? Oh, could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like Emmet. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with Emmet. Now let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be? Won't you be? Please won't you be my neighbor? Hear from my neighbor Emmet. beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Oh, would you be mine? Or could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, or a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Or could you be mine? I have always wanted to live in a neighborhood like Harlem. I've always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well stay. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please, won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be my neighbor? All right, how about it from my neighbor, Mr. Emmet Cohen? I can hear everybody clapping out there at home. We are going to do another song here before we give you a little bit of a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. We just couldn't help ourselves. You know, here in New York City, we're so excited. We're celebrating Phase 2. And I know around the country, a lot of places have been dealing with some spikes, you know, some reactions to COVID. And we certainly know how you feel in New York City because we were there, you know, about a couple months ago. It was pretty rough here around March and April. And, you know, thank God in New York we seem to have gotten a grip on things. But as we know, you know, all it takes is one mask to slip down and, you know, you're right back to square one. So we're taking advantage of it while we can, ladies and gentlemen, because, you know, we all are social beings, and as musicians, we miss that community so much. And so we may have dragged in another Harlem musician that, you know, knew the path to Emmet's living room. So we're going to increase the band after this next one. But before we do that, I know my grandmother, Gretchen Benack, she is diligently tuning in on the Facebook feed. And for those of you that don't know, I come from a couple generations of jazz. My father's a sax player, Benny Benack Jr. He's probably watching too. And my grandfather, Benny Benack Sr., he was the real trumpet player in the family. I'm still trying to fill those shoes. And he was really coming out of the Bunny Berrigan, Harry James, Doc Severinsen style era of trumpet playing. And this is one of the songs that I know my grandmother loved to hear my grandfather play. And so I'm going to dedicate this to my grandma, Gretchen Benack. I know you're watching out there. She knows what this one is. I'm not even going to tell you. You're so supreme. Lyrics I write of you scheme. Each day and night of you dream. Just for the sight of you. Oh, but what can I do? On the golf course, I'm under par. Oh, but Netflix wants me to star. Oh, I've got a house and a showplace, but I can't get no place. We love you, Grandma. That was, of course, the beautiful I Can't Get Started. And I guess we suppose I should also dedicate that to the late, great Benny Benack Sr. as well. And now we are going to have some real fun up here in Harlem for you, everybody, because, as I mentioned, I'm sure there are some of you that have been tuning in. You might recognize the backdrop here from Emmet's living room because he has been doing a stream on Monday nights. Now, how many have you been doing? 13? 12? 13? How many weeks we've been going on? I know we got 100 days in this thing. And Emmet has been broadcasting with his trio every week. Our dear friend Veronica Swift was here a couple weeks ago. She came up from Virginia. And I have had the pleasure of sitting in with these guys, too. I tune in on Mondays. And, it's been a real source of joy for people. And, one of the main reasons that we love music so much is for that escape. And with everything that is going on in the world, of course, to be able to make music for all of you, but not only that, but to know that we are, giving all of you a little bit of something too. It means a lot for us. And this gentleman, he lives right down the street, and we coaxed him out, and he's no stranger to the stage here, or I should say no stranger to the living room, and he's been in our quarantine bubble all along. So not only is he a fabulous bass player, not only is he a fabulous musician, composer, vocalist, pianist. Even lately, this past weekend, he can also add, activist and social leader to his resume because he was leading us. Emmet and I were both out here by the Duke Ellington statue on 110th Street marching for Black Lives Matter, and he was wheeling the bass all around Harlem. He got himself on the news, and we're so proud to have him as one of our leaders in this music. And I know he's, he may be a little brother to me and Emmet, but he is quickly becoming a big force in the music. We love him very much. Put your digital hands together for Russell Hall, everybody. Special guest. Incredible. Well, now that we have Russell here, as I mentioned, he was leading us in some protests this weekend. He's been very vocal about his belief in the movement Black Lives Matter, and of course for all of us playing Black American music that is very near and dear to us. And another gentleman on the bass that took that very seriously was the great Charles Mingus. And so we're going to honor Charles Mingus. We're going to let Russell get warmed up on the bass. This is the old nostalgia in Times Square, the old F in the key of F. Take it away, Ras. Get him on the shot.
That's definitely nostalgia.
That's
man.
nostalgic
Okay.
right there. That's one for Charles Mingus, one of our pioneers, one of the architects. We'd like to take a moment now that we have Russell with us here to remind everybody not only of this concert going on, but all of the wonderful things that we have been raising money for and different causes over the course of this pandemic, and now, of course, with all of the social movements, everything that is happening with Black Lives Matter. I know all of us on stage here have been doing in some way, shape, or form some of our own streaming and different donations, and I have a live stream tomorrow, a concert that I will be putting on where we're raising money for restaurants that give free meals to the essential workers that have been working overtime, to say the least, here in New York City. And at 7 o'clock p.m., we all get out and clap our hands and clang our pots and pans for all of them. And so we have been raising money for them. I have been donating a portion of all of my proceeds for, various concerts, and tips have been going to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, which is doing the Lord's work, believe me, ladies and gentlemen. And we have links available both on Instagram and Facebook. You'll see they're all personal links of mine, but we will be dispersing all of that to the places that need it most. And as I mentioned before, Emmet also has a concert series that he puts on every Monday. And Russell also has a concert series that he's been putting on that is on Sunday nights, right?
Yeah. Well, we've taken a little break for the protests and
Okay,
stuff.
yeah, well,
We'll be back.
That's big love. So, you can follow Russell's page, you can follow Emmett's page, and, the one thing that the three of us share is we've been on stage many times together in Dizzy's Club at Jazz at Lincoln Center, and that has meant so much to us. We also want to say hello to our friends in Mexico, and Eugenio and De Quinta Productions. We've all been down there before. We have so much love for them. Our friends in Canada are watching us from Muse West. Hello to them. That was one of the last gigs y'all played was in Canada, right?
Yeah, not in Vancouver.
Not in Vancouver, right. Well, I know we've got people tuning in from all around the world, so thank you, everybody, for listening, and we are going to keep it going. Now, we've got a little bit of a trio here, so we're really having fun. I hope you're enjoying it as well.
Keep it moving blues.
Keep it moving. That was a composition of Emmet entitled You Already Know, and you may already know it from my first album, One of a Kind, that came out a couple years ago. That was the first recording of it, but Emmet has a recording of it coming up a little bit later this year, and I am using his microphone. I am sitting in his living room, so I'd like to give him a moment to tell you guys he's got a lot of exciting things going on top of this new record, and he's streaming up a storm here in Harlem, and I'd like you all to say hello to one of my best friends in the world, one of the greatest pianists in the world, and quickly becoming one of the biggest stars that we have in this music, and I love him very much. This is Emmet Cohen, everybody. Say hello.
Hello, Emmet.
Welcome to my living room. How's everyone doing?
Yeah.
It's very nice to be here with Benack family. Since he was 16 and now he's about to be 30, so that's a long time.
Oh, don't tell him that.
And we've been doing this quarantine thing together for quite some weeks now, and I'm blessed and honored to have brothers like Russell Hall and Benny Benack that we could get through this together.
Hey.
And they've helped me so much through it, and hopefully I've done whatever I can to help them and be there for them. But that's what this music is about. It's about this brotherhood. It's about this friendship. It's about uplifting. It's about connecting people. And it's about now sharing it in this new medium, this new platform that is live streaming with 300 people out there watching. It's a very magical thing to be able to reach people in any way, and we're grateful for it. So thank you for joining us in the living room. On behalf of Benny Benack and Russell Hall, I'm Emmet Cohen, and I thank you dearly, and I'm going to give it back right over to my man, Benny Benack.
All right, with that, we are going to do a little bit of vocalese for all of you. Yeah, right? This is something that I think Emmet and Russell's my dear friend Veronica Swift, we want to give a shout out to Baby V. She's out there in Charlottesville in Virginia, and she was up here not too long ago doing some concerts, recordings with Emmet. And he has all these great live stream concerts that are archived. He was just doing one for some of our other friends at Jazz Lincoln Center. When I walked in, I buzzed the front door in the middle of a show. And he's got all those available on his website. And he has a pretty cool subscription service he's been putting out where people can join and see some of these special concerts. We mentioned the tune we just played is on his upcoming album. Features the great Marquise Hill, who was also in Russell's great marching band with us here in Harlem in the protest this last weekend. Melissa Aldana, some Emmet's trio. So if you're loving Emmet Cohen as much as we are here, you can certainly follow up with him.
Your
And
dad said well said.
there you go. Benny Benack too. My dad is out there. We're going to do some vocalese. This one goes out to Veronica. This is East of the Sun. East of the sun and west of the moon, we'll build a dream house of love, dear, near to the moon in the daytime, near to the sun at night. Well, the other way around, probably. We'll live in a lovely way, dear, living on love and pale moonlight, just you and I, forever and a day. Love will not die, no, we'll keep it that way. Up among the clouds so high, a melody of love to a lovely tune, east of the sun and west of the moon, dear, east of the sun and west of the moon. I made it from scratch based on memories of the times that we shared and the way when you kissed me. I hadn't a care in the world. It's true, I only love you, and that will never change as long as I have you by my side. There's no one else I'd rather go stargazing with and stare at the moon all night until the sun takes its place in the sky. You need to know that you've made me so very happy. There's nothing in the world I won't do, just as long as what I'm doing for you. What do you say we start a family? A girl for you and a boy for me. Well, it really don't matter to me where I end up, provided that I'm there with you. My sweet buttercup, north and south and east and west. Ooh, you're my baby girl, you know you're the best. How about Russell Hall, the best on the bass. East of the sun and west of the moon. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you've all been the best out there. We are going to leave you with a brief little encore here and cede the stage at Dizzy's Club to one of our good friends who actually, her apartment is about another 10 blocks down the road that way. That's the great Alexa Tarantino. She will be doing her weekly program, The Well-Rounded Musician. And what a well-rounded musician she is. She's one of our dear friends. So you can find her at 9 o'clock p.m. She'll be doing her show here on the channel. Of course, Jazz Lincoln Center has done a marvelous job programming a daily slew of jazz programming, be it concerts, be it master classes. We get the pleasure of hearing from the great Maestro Wynton Marsalis during his program on Monday evenings. So if you're in need of some quarantine entertainment, you can just come onto this page, Jazz Lincoln Center page. They'll take care of you. Before we go, one more time, big digital round of applause for my brother here, the great Emmet Cohen on the piano. Give it up for Emmet, our very special guest, our impromptu special guest, our Harlem brother. We love him very dearly. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, Russell Hall. Give it to him. Give it to him, ladies and gentlemen.
We love you. We love you.
Ras Bessie. And yours truly, Benny Benack III. We do want to remind you one more time, we've been seeing some donations come in. We really appreciate that. You are not only supplementing the band, you are also giving to some great causes. We certainly appreciate that. I've got music. I've got CDs. I've got T-shirts. I've got love. Who could ask for anything more?
Who could ask
That's
for
right.
anything?
You can head over to emmetcohen.com. You can join up in his subscription service and hang out with us again and again. And we're going to leave you with a quick version of a song that we played on Father's Day on Sunday. I know my dad's watching, so this one's dedicated to Pops, Earl Father Hines, the old Weatherbird.
Oh, you do it in deep. Oh, the info. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, we're going to just fly like a bird right here. behalf of Emmet Cohen, our dear guest, Russell Hall, Benny Benack III, thank you so much. Jazz Lincoln Center, Dizzy's Club. We love you, everybody. Stay safe, stay sane, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you for having us. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.